Dawn French has had us in stitches for over 30 years and is, without doubt, one of the best-loved and most successful entertainers in the country.
Oh. Yeah, that's me. Funny, funny, funny. Oh, good. You are really good. You will understand, you don't even know me! What? Jen, really stop. You look dreadful.
What do you look like? What do you think you look like?
I look great.
Where'd you get them jeans?
Just a minute.
Get into the groove, let me show you some moves. Better take it from me.
Get into the groove. That's just silly, isn't it?
Welcome.
That is Jennifer singing that. Jennifer sang that song. She's a really good singer.
Well, she sang in a movie as well.
She did.
She
sang when she was
sang the
Shrek
song as well.
It was Shrek. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
It was Shrek
Yeah.
in that. And I
Yeah.
thought, that's really good.
Yeah. She's clever.
But anyway, we're here to talk about you.
Yes.
Let's talk about you. Let's talk about Roger and Val, because this is Series 2's tomorrow at 10 on BBC 2.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at a clip and then we'll have a chat, because I love the fact that people calling it a sitcom, which it's not.
It's not really, is it?
No.
I mean, it is funny in a way, but it's got kind of other layers, really. It's quite poignant, really.
Absolutely. Let's have a look and then we'll chat.
Because I'll tell you what you handle superbly, stress.
Yes. I am a Chinese gymnast. I may bend, but I will never break.
Anyone who gives in to stress is weak. They'll be looking to weed that out in the interview. If you're going to crumple, get out. Anyone seen Val Stevenson? She's good.
Yeah. And you know why that is, Rog? Because I'm a cook.
That you should say that in the interview.
Well, I don't think the panel would take that very seriously. They think anyone can cook a Sunday dinner. Wrong. People who can cook it suffer stress. Roast potatoes, carrots, timing, gravy.
Yes.
And then everyone expects a pudding. Could I be a deputy head? Yes.
Here.
Just brilliant. Brilliant. He's brilliant, and Alfred
He
Morris.
is. Fred Molina, what a great actor. It was such a treat to work with him. I mean, I know people say that, but this is genuinely a proper learning thing for me to work with him. I've wanted to work with him for years, and eventually he said yes to
So what
this.
has he taught you?
Oh, honestly, so much. There's something strange happens with Fred, which is that when you're acting opposite him, I mean, he's dead good then, and he's got 8 choices of how to say any line. I've got the one that I can offer. But between Fred speaking to me, and I'm in the room with him, I see his eyes, I see him close up every time, then the camera is involved, and something else happens. And when I see it, and I'm sometimes involved in the edit and so on, when I see it, there's something else about Fred.
How is he doing that?
The camera just absolutely loves him. Something about him and his acting. There's an extra level that's a bit sort of
spooky,
magical. Yeah.
There's it's sort of 30 minutes of a real slice of this couple's life.
Right.
And so you show everything that happens within that 30 minutes as it happens.
That's right.
Does that throw up its own challenges when you're trying to film that? And
yes, it does. I mean, there are practical challenges, like if you say a character runs up the stairs or they make a cup of tea, we actually have to do that in real time. But we've learnt how to do that. The writers have learnt. The great girls write it, Beth and Emma Kilcoyne. They're twin sisters from Sunderland, and it's their writing that makes this series really remarkable for me. That's what I was very interested in, working with these girls.
Well, there have been real sort of poignant moments, because they've been married for 20 years and they know each other inside out, and they can be confrontational but so defensive of each other when they need to be, and supportive. But the marriage issues in the last series, when you weren't there. And it was actually really sad.
You know that these two characters belong together, and this is a show about a functioning marriage, which is rare, really, for a comedy especially, because normally it's about everything that's the flaws with the marriage, you know, and this one is a nag or this one's a grump or whatever. And these two do, of course, they have their flaws and they wind each other up a lot. But it's about the minutiae of that marriage, and it's also about the big stuff of that marriage, because they had a terrible tragedy 18 years ago, and they are living day to day trying to cope with that. But they distract each other from it by playing, if you like. They're very childlike in lots of ways. And that was the first series. The second series, they've moved on a bit from that. They've relaxed a bit because they dealt with all of that. But in this series, there's a big secret.
Something
is afoot, and it could genuinely rock the whole marriage, and it's frightening.
It's tomorrow at 10
and we won't say
BBC
any
2,
more
and that's
about
all
that.
we're going to say about that. Let's talk about you.
Yes, okay.
You were it was in the paper yesterday, and I read it and I thought, I don't know, I'm not sure. And you said you missed your old self.
You mean weight-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of do, because I did like myself. I've never disliked myself in any way, and the weight has nothing to do with my self-esteem in lots of ways. So I'm used to that old body. I know how it works. I know how it moves. And I'm less used to this newer one. That's all it is, really.
Do you get completely and utterly bored of people talking about it now? Are you just like completely get over it?
Well, I suppose I've always thought that isn't really what matters.
Yeah.
And yet, by losing all this weight, I realise that for a lot of people, that is all that matters, and that's really sad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I refuse to dislike the old body, and I may have it again. You never know. You never know. With the fish pie,
you were also
I'm on that. The minute we finish.
Are you? And I know you hate the term dating. So
yes.
Are there just sort of gentleman callers? And because we saw you snogging up Michael Buble.
We'll
yes.
discuss that in a minute.
How lovely was that? Wouldn't you like to get that call? Just would you like to kiss Michael Buble?
That is my
under the
dream
mistletoe,
phone call.
as a job. Wow. I'd have paid him.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very, very happy.
Good.
Let's put it that way.
Good.
And with Buble, let's talk about him.
Yes.
That's something that could continue, not relationship-wise, but work-wise.
Yes,
because
goodness, do you know about that?
Well, I'm...
Did I say about that?
You might have
maybe
done.
I have.
Maybe you did.
Well, we got on very well, and he said, I've always wanted to work with you, and I'd like to do some comedy. And so I said, well, if you are honest about that, I will invent something for us to do.
Wow.
And so that's what I'm doing.
Can you write me in it, please?
I don't need any competition, man.
And what about Cowell? Because there was reports of this is most disconcerting interviewing you about Simon Cowell whilst you're snogging Michael Buble.
I know.
What about?
I've got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
That is really unseemly for a woman of my advanced
it's wonderful.
years.
Are you going to do something with Simon Cowell?
Well, I found out about it in the press, just as you did.
Right, okay.
I know there's a show he wants to do, and I am going to talk to him about it, but we haven't yet, so I don't know.
And the book, you're writing your second book at the moment.
Goodness, it's hard work. In as much as
Harder than the first.
Well, I didn't know how to write a novel in the first book that I wrote, and so I wrote with great kind of freedom. And this one, I'm now more rigorous with myself about it. It's not the same characters. It's a new book, and my central character in this book doesn't speak at all. So I've given myself quite a difficult...
That is a challenge.
It is a challenge. So you find out about her via everybody else around her. So that's what I'm trying to say, that we are all different things to different people, that whoever knows you a slightly different way.
Yes.
And I'm trying to explore that, but goodness me, I write by pencil.
I know.
And somewhere at the beginning of January, I tore up nearly 30 pages, and that was, several weeks' work.
Oh, come
and
back to your
that
experience.
was
Yeah,
horrible. I
please.
did a bit of crying over that, but it wasn't right, so I started again.
Well, you must come and tell us
Thank you.
about it.
I definitely will. Be October before.
Lovely.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Right, tomorrow the Muppets take over. See Kermit, Miss Piggy on their latest big screen adventure. That'll be tomorrow. My goodness.